All right, just messing around a little bit. That was 221. Jerking around a little bit. Let's see, all alphas for a proper bill drill. Let's see, draw the first shot was a 116, a 22, a 23, a 21, and a 20, and a 19. But that's not terrible, but I could have been faster. But this isn't about the bill drill. This video is about the holster. I got a new holster for my what do you call it? For my Springfield XD Elite. I wanted to take this one with me hunting and stuff like that, and mostly because of the capacity. It's actually pretty small. This is considered a compact, even though it has the full-size grip. But it's a 3.9 inch barrel, and they hold 20, and then the extended one holds 22 or 23, something like that. So I think it was 20 plus one, whatever. So with that and the bigger ones, if I use the bigger ones, I'm getting 22, 23 plus ones. And I know Glock has stuff like that, whatever, but I don't have my Glock. So anyway, about the holster. This is from a buddy in Phoenix area, and he's starting to make his own holsters. And I believe the excuse me, it's called Build a Holster MORENI Tactical. Excuse me, a little sick or something. So he's been doing holsters for a little while, and he's been getting a hell of a lot better over the last year, several months, whatever. So basically, this was my cold shots, or cold drill, cold start, whatever. So not terrible, but to draw the first shot, 115. I did record this video a couple of days ago, and it was windy. I didn't have the microphone, and the audio was really messed up. Not terrible to where you couldn't watch it, but it was enough that if you had the volume up, the wind in the speakers and all that stuff would have been a little bit annoying. So I thought I'd give it the proper video and look at this again. But again, he's been doing it for a few years, getting a hell of a lot better. So I think let's just take a look at the craftsmanship. I can see if we have it. All the edges are sanded, buffed, and all that stuff. And no sharp edges, no crazy, no nothing. I mean, the attention to detail is top notch. If anybody works in construction or detailing or engineering or stuff, you know, when like having an eye, and this guy definitely has an eye to attention to details. So no rough edges, whatever. He definitely took the time, cut everything nice. He had the same gun, but mine was shorter, so he adjusted. I gave him a measurement, whatever, and he cut it down. Originally, he had the two sides come up same height, and I don't know if that was the final product, but that's what he showed me, and I wanted it cut down to a specific location, and I think we agreed on where he was going to cut it down, and I think overall it looks pretty great. So getting to the mag release, you really can't get to it, but whatever, the trigger and all that stuff, take a look how that looks, open. Plenty of room for the optic cut, sticks out just a tiny little bit, which is fine. He didn't have the gun, but we came across, we agreed upon the dimension. I think it still looks amazing. He hooked up with whatever attachment I wanted. I could have gotten the belt loop attachment, but I have that on another holster when I went hunting last year, and I was using my Glock 19, and it's the tech something, I forget what it's called. It'll come to me eventually or after this video, but you guys know the one that flops over and you clip it in there and you can adjust it for the thickness of the belt. And then the thing about that is it kind of rides high and out, but it feels like it almost pushes away from your body. If you look at this setup with the paddle holster, he does just give you kind of what you want. It's build a holster like build a bear, so I guess you pick whatever. So he had a bunch of other options for the paddle, But show me the pictures, and this is ultimately the one I like. I got, and I like it. Keeps it close. It keeps it high. It keeps it pretty much out of the way. If I had a shirt or whatever, you probably wouldn't notice it too much. But the most important part is I did want it. I wanted it a little high, and I wanted it close, real close to my body. So I don't want it dangling, and I'm gonna be rucking it with my rifle, my bag, or whatever, and I get through some brush. I didn't want it dangling, whatever. Plus, if I go to bend down, I think you can still take a seat, whatever. You see how it stays out of the way. It's not really that big of a deal, and it just looks good. This was supposed to be an American flag, and I think cutting it down more for the optic took more of that out of it. But it is what it is. I still like it. One of the things, let's see, that I really, the little touch that he has is the hardware that he used, the spacer and some stainless or aluminum, whatever those are. And then added the blue. He like I said, he had the eye. He thought it looked good. He showed me the picture. I thought it looked amazing. Little sweat guard on the back, and that's perfect. Perfect height, covers everything. There's really not much to say much more than that. I did do this the other day, and I was pretty much smoking the same times. Draw the first shot, 115s, 114s. I think I had a couple of 109s or 108s or something. But that's still fairly quick for USPSA. But for something like that, when I'm not too familiar with it, I could be out here for a while and I could probably get a sub 1. But I mean, a 116, draw the first shot, not too many people outside of somebody that practices daily or whatever is going to do that. It is what it is, though. But yeah, so probably if you were interested in a holster, I think he's got a mold and he can do the Glock stuff right off the bat. Like I said, if you live in the Phoenix area, he could probably you're gonna want to get in touch with them and get something tailored to what you want. One of the things he's been doing, and I find that interesting, and I decided not to get that, was the if you're hunting and stuff and you wear the binocular harnesses, you know, the pouch right here in the front, they got the hook and loop or molly attachments on the bottom. He has something where he hooks on here and he attaches it to the bottom, and it's pretty legit. So basically you have the same holster like this, and you would just come out underneath your bino harness, so your pistol would always be right here instead of right here. And that's something maybe I'll look to get next season or after this or whatever. But pretty cool. This does outside the waistband, inside the waistband, appendix, all kinds of stuff. You name it. The guy's incredible. Got pretty good start on what he's doing. But price was decent. Did not ask for a discount. I believe he should get paid proper for the job he did. And I think the job was amazing. But I do have a little bit of, let's see how long this one's going. I don't know if we're at 9 minutes. We can make this 10 real quick. Do a couple of draw the first shots, and this would probably be the end of the video. See if I can get closer to the sub 1. Here we go. That wasn't gonna be it. .92. That didn't take long at all. And that felt slow. Let's do it. This is roughly 6 yards. Let's see, 7 yards right here. Way farther than self-defense distance. A 102. Let's get right up on somebody. Because in reality, you're going to be within arm's reach. So let's see what we get here. A 111. That was way slow. A little scared, actually. Let's do another one. A 91. That's a little close. The deal's coming back on me. Let's stay about 3 or 4. See what we got here. Nice, a 118, a 95. Let's go back a little bit. The gun shoots flat, a 111, an 8.9. That's pretty smoking right there. All alpha still, except for maybe. Should have shot. Threw a Charlie somehow. A 130, a 108. Let's 2 in the body, 2 in the head at this distance. Here we go. Just below the A zone. A 212, a 103, 21, a 53, and a 35. 1 Charlie, 2 Charlies on the head. Anyway, the retention, it's tight. It's a little tighter than what I'm normally used to, but it's not like a level 2 or level 3. There's no locking. This may be considered level 2. I forget how that works. I thought level 2 you had to activate something, and then a level 3 had the activator plus like the hood or something. Anyway, so this is hell of a retention. This is not the gun's unloaded. This is not coming out at all, but you see the times don't lie. But anyway, MORENI Tactical, build a holster. I could get you in touch with them if you're in the Phoenix area. Anyway, but there you have it. Pretty amazing start to a holster company. So, all right, thank you.